Alright, in this video I'm going to walk you through the software update 3.0 for the Equinox. Stay tuned, we're getting ready to get into it right now. Alright, for those of you who are not familiar with what this new 3.0 update will do, it has added a 4 kilohertz frequency to the machine. And it specifically says it is, enhances the detection of large, deep targets. It says particularly those found in parts of Asia. Now it says large, deep objects. I'm thinking cannonballs maybe. I don't know. Will it get cannonballs deeper? I actually did a quick test with the new update, but I didn't have the exact same detectors, and it did go a lot deeper. So I'm going to do another test later. But I want to make sure. I had the 15-inch coil, Buddy had the 12-inch coil, so we want to do it again, but it seemed to pick it up a lot deeper. So we're going to test that more, but as far as I'm concerned right now, I would update. I have updated mine. I can't really tell any difference on it. It's not anything negative, that's for sure. But the main reason, the software engineers at Equinox did an awesome job building the Equinox. So I'm really happy with the way they did that. And the one other thing they say it does is the upgrade feature, various stability enhancements have been included. So that right there kind of gives me the go to do it. So anyway, let's get started right now and doing the update. Alright, first thing you're going to do is click on the link in my video description. It'll be the very first one. Will take you to this page right here. It is the Equinox 600-800 Update 3.0. And it will explain to you right here. It talks about what we talked about before, about the 4 kilohertz update, and it won't affect anything else, and it's basically used in Asia for the large objects, but it could be used for cannonballs. We don't know that yet. All right, and down here below that is a download Equinox software upgrade 3.0 instructions right down here. And what we're going to do, we're going to click on that right there, and I'll have a link to that in my description too, so in case you don't want, if you're not here, you can click it there. And what this does, this gives you the software upgrade 3.0, talks about the 4 kilohertz frequency update, and you just go down here, and it actually gives you step-by-step instructions, so you can follow this instructions. If you don't want to follow mine, I'm going to do it here. I'm going to get a little bit more deeper in my instructions than this does, especially for the Apple, because you got to do a couple extra steps in here. But anyway, that's it right there. You can click the link and go to that. So let's go back over to the page where the update is right here. And if you go down here, it will tell you certain things you have to have in your computer to be able to do it, as far as your memory it takes, and as far as the Mac goes, you know, it's got to have the 10.13 high Sierra and so forth. And it got some notes there. Always keep the Equinox on while you're doing this. Don't have cut off, unplug, or anything like that. And the coil has to be plugged in while you're doing this. You can't just use just the module. You have to have the coil plugged in. So anyway, we'll go back up here. We're going to click on the Equinox update right there. I'm going to use the Mac one right here. I'm going to click on the Mac because that's what I have. Now, the Windows should be very similar, but the Mac has a couple extra steps we'll have to do. It's downloaded right now, as you can see right there at the bottom of my screen. It's showing that it's downloading. So now it's updated. I click on it. It comes up. It's opening the MindLab software utility. Now, in a Mac, you have to drag the application over to the applications folder, as you see. So you just click on it, drag it over, and drop it into the applications folder, which puts it in there where you can actually run it. You can't run it by itself. It's got to be in the applications folder. So once you do that, it will actually show up in the applications folder. As you see down here below, it says Microsoft Update Utility Equinox.app. So now what we'll do is we'll double-click that, and that will open up the actual application that will be installing the software. You can actually do this offline once you get it downloaded and open this app up. Apple's a little bit funny about what it wants to load up. But anyway, this is what it's going to look like. Equinox series, connect the detector to check for updates. Now, if the machine's been updated, it will tell you no updates available. If it hasn't, it will say updates are available. So now what you want to do is go ahead and plug your detector in using your charging cord, and we're going to start doing something. Go through that right now. All right, you should have your detector plugged in now, and what we're going to do now is we're going to cut the detector on. All right, just push the button to cut it on. You should see it blinking right off the bat like it's charging. What you're going to do is you're going to push the button and cut it on, and once you cut it on, the application software will recognize that it sees the machine, and it will automatically check for updates. And as you see, updates are available for your detector. This particular machine has not been updated, so it's going to sees that it doesn't. So it's going to do the update right now. So hit install right here. And once you click the install, do not disconnect or turn off your detector. So right now, it is installing the software. It's going to take a few minutes to do this. And depending on your machine, it might take it a minute, it might take it 15 minutes. So don't get too discouraged. It's all going to depend on your operating system and how much memory you got in your computer, what you're running in the background. So don't get discouraged if it's slower than this one. I got a pretty decent computer, so it should load up pretty fast here. As you can see, it's cranking along pretty good. But anyway, we're going to get this installed. And like I said, I've already installed it on my other machine. This is a different machine here. And it seems to be working fine. I haven't had any issues with it. And I would recommend to go ahead and install it just to get the extra enhancements that it has, if nothing else. Of course, we're hoping that it will actually use the 4 kilohertz on some cannonballs. I'm going to check it in the fields, hopefully in the future, and where I know some balls are at, and hopefully it'll get them a little deeper, because once you run a machine across the field and it's done what it can do, you either got to go to a pulse machine or try something different. So that's what I'm going to do with it anyway. All right, so it says installing. Do not disconnect or turn off your detector. Right now, it's finishing up the application, so don't do anything yet until you get this final screen right here. It's finishing it up right now. So, all right, your detector can now be disconnected. You're done now. So you can just hit the quit and disconnect your detector and go find some good relics. All right, that wasn't too hard. Sometimes it's easier to look on the screen and actually see what you're going to see when you're doing it versus just reading the instructions. One thing I did find out, once you update it, if you do a factory reset, it does not reset back to the old software. It keeps the new software you put on. So make sure you want to update when you do it, because you can't go back to the old software that I can see anyway. If there's another way, somebody can comment down below. But it looks like the new software will be permanently installed on your machine and you can't revert back. All right, well, I appreciate everybody coming along on this adventure. And don't forget to click like, comment below, share, and subscribe to the Gigmaster. You never know where we're going next. Hope everybody has a good time out there and finds lots of good relics. All right, see you on the next adventure.